All right, we on. All right, Shalom. All right, this is the brother Gamal Yala.
I'm the brother Sha'ar from the Great Muslim Dallas.
Khan. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Yakash. Double lines to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim that pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, coming at y'all with a quick lesson. All right, me and the brother Sha'ar. All right, we're just basically gonna go into how being first black is not an accomplishment. All right, you know, throughout school, all right, they always tell you, you know, they always have in the history books or whatever, oh, this was the first black entrepreneur, first black millionaire, first black whatever it is, you know, and that's a term that they throw around a lot amongst our people. Okay, all right, and you know, in this society, that's the reason it's not an accomplishment, is because you're behind. Okay, the reason why you're saying first black is because you're happy that you just now you're basically trying to play catch up with the so-called white man. All right, that's the reason why it's first black, is because you're constantly saying you're trying to catch up to what he's doing and be equal to the so-called white man. All right, but you got it, bro. We can start off with that Isaiah.
Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 9. I'm gonna start at verse 14.
Yeah.
It says, therefore Yahweh will cut off from Israel head and tail, branch and rush in one day. The ancient and honorable, he is the head, and the prophet that teacheth lies, he is the tail. For the leaders of his people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
That's right. So the leaders of the people cause them to be destroyed. Okay, because you have a lot of you know, our people that are leaders, so-called leaders. All right, you had the civil rights movement, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, all these different set up leaders, right? Okay, they were basically set up to lead our people, but it was all in vain. Okay, and you know, even with the first black, that's a leader. Okay, if you're the first in anything, then that means you're a leader.
Right.
Okay, so a lot of these people that, you know, first black woman, whatever it is, okay, you're in that instance, you're considered a leader, and you're causing our people to err because you're not teaching them the truth. Okay, you're not telling them who their nationality is. You're not telling our people anything. You know, you got it. If you had anything you wanted to add to it, bro, or bring out, you got it.
Yeah. Just wanted to make a quick point, just land backing off what you said. A lot of Jake has gotten extremely comfortable putting their trust in men. You know what I'm saying? We've been so beaten, so downtrodden. And of course, Jake, the reason why Jake's going through this is due to the curses, which they don't understand that. They're trying to find a hope in something, but that hope they're finding is in vain, man. The Lord took all these things away. He took away the honorable speaker. He took away all these things because at the end of the day, the curses had to be fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? When the scriptures say no man shall buy you, he was not playing. Going to the first black this, the first black that. Jacob puts their whole history and tries to quantify it within the history of America. You know, when America was an establishment, when it was declared to be a so-called country was in 1776. That's when Jake likes to start their history. And even look at what you call Black History Month in the month of February. It don't go nothing prior to when your ass is getting beat over here in America, man. All right. And if you had, honestly, if you were somewhat, I don't want to say somewhat woke, because you got a lot of people that say they woke, but they don't know what that word means. But I'd rather word, if you have some type of mental fortitude, you'll be able to see and really think back like, well, damn, my history really don't start with here in America. You know, they give you a month of February, which is Black History Month, which really is a spit in the face. You know, they give you the shortest month out of the year, and Esau had to give you this month, and you acknowledge it. You acknowledge it. You coons. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. And for the ones that might be watching that might not know, hey, please don't take offense to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather word it as you need to really just sit back and really think, man. This devil gave you this month to celebrate. He gave it to you. So within that being the case, shouldn't you think back like, well, damn, should I really be celebrating this month? This wasn't nothing that we were studying as a culture. None of that stuff. This was hand given by this devil, man. I do got a precept I want to bring out really quick, brother.
You got it, bro.
And this is Israelite one-on-one precept. Okay. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. The it is talking about our land. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. And this is the key point. And no man shall buy you. When you go into that word buy, it means redeem. Okay, so the scriptures clearly tell us no man shall redeem you. And for you people that claim to read the Bible, all right, and want to study and follow people like Louis Farrakhan, Malcolm X, Barack Obama, Marcus Garvey, you know what I'm saying, Martin Luther King Jr., the scriptures clearly say no man shall buy you, man. So you shouldn't be putting all your eggs into these different individuals that are men just like you to redeem you. At the end of the day, the Lord and Savior, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, is going to come down to deliver, whose real name was Yahushua. And the scriptures say in Isaiah that he shall not come down as a man. All right. So the scriptures had to be fulfilled. All right. You looking to be redeemed by a lot of these guys who actually sold out. When you research them, they sold out. But you still putting all your hope toward these individuals, man. All right. Keep your eyes on high and look at the Lord. You got it out.
And I'm glad you mentioned Barack Obama, because that was a big stumbling block to our people. All right, first black president, first black president. You know, that was a huge tagline, so to speak. Okay, you know,
right.
And see, our people are so simple that they get caught up in really what Esau allows them to basically think. You know, Esau basically controls the whole narrative. He controls their opinions. Okay, so Esau puts that out there. Yeah, this is the first black so and so. So our people are looking at a achieved target. You know, they have a standard that they want to uphold. You know, oh, this is the first black so and so. So I know that if I look up to him and I keep going to school, you know, they even got first black doctor that did this and did that. You know, and that whole spirit of so-called black dominance, okay, because that's all it is a spirit of black dominance. Okay, people that want to people that believe in America and believe that the so-called blacks in America are going to overcome their situation without the Most High, you know, basically on their own. And I got a precept. Were you done on that up?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, this is Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. So like the brother Sha'ar was saying, you know, they don't look to the Most High, okay? They don't look to the Holy One of Israel. It says they trust in Egypt, okay? And that, you know, these people that get caught up and get excited over a first black, whatever it is, you know, they trust in Egypt. They trust in the system because they feel like, oh, we're making it, okay? Now, you know, now we got the first black, so he's opened the door for more people to do it, and now we can, you know, be equal. And now we can have more rights, and now we can have this and this and that, you know. And our people get how do I say, they get fantasized over that idea of being dominant and being prevalent in this society. But the Most High doesn't want us to uphold high positions in this society. Okay, we're in captivity. Okay. This isn't a thing of comfort and you know, being a part of this system. Okay. All right. Let me see if that's it.
And if you don't have any more on that, if you are done, I'd like to get that Isaiah 3.
That was it. You can go ahead, bro.
Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 3 because it ties hand in hand with what you're going into. All right. These writings are promises. These writings have to be fulfilled. Okay. So Jake tries to look for some other way, but there's really no other way to go. The only resource that you're going to have that you're going to benefit from is these scriptures right here. And these scriptures clearly tell you that you are going to be down at a point in time. You aren't going to be leading in the country or whatever the case is. You're not going to have those extremely high roles because we have to play the low part as the scriptures went into. Prophecy has to be fulfilled. Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 3. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "For behold, Yahweh of hosts doeth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread, and the whole stay of water." Okay. Now, reason why it goes into Jerusalem and Judah, it doesn't really talk about it, which we know this applies to the whole nation of Israel ultimately. But when you look into this time that Isaiah was prophesying, he was prophesying, that was like right after the northern kingdom had fled away into the land of Arsarid. So you only had the kingdom of Judah, which consisted of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, that was there. All right. But of course, since it's talking about Judah, it has to apply for the whole nation because you look at these scripture and apply it to today where we live at. Okay. Because it says the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water. That's one thing that was taken away. When you look at in the hoods and the ghettos and the barrios, all that's taken away. It's filth you see in the gas stations, packets of ramen noodles all over the place. Jake got that ramen noodle diet. All right. He took away all the stuff we're supposed to be eating and gives us garbage, man. Okay. And even the water. Look at Flint, Michigan. The water's still messed up. Okay. Yep. I'm going to continue, though. It says the mighty man and the man of war, the judge and the prophet. Look at Jake. Now they all bitch made, man. They don't got no type of fortitude to want to fight with their hands whenever something goes on. They quick to pick up a gun and want to shoot somebody, man. You get your ass whooped. All of a sudden, you want to retaliate with a gun. That's why the Lord took away the mighty man and the man of war. Because mighty men were what? Men of valor. Okay, they were mighty men which would step up to any type of trouble, knowing that if you trust in the Lord, you'll be able to persevere. But that energy has been taken away. It's been stripped away from our people. It says the judge and the prophet. Now, granted, we understand that where the prophet's coming back, but there was a large period of time where it was nothing. When Paul talked about it in I believe 1 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, where he says that there should be a falling away first. That had to happen where there was no judges nor prophets anywhere, man. The Lord is just now raising us back up. Okay. So that means you don't go to a Dr. King or go to a Malcolm X or Marcus Garvey. The Lord took all that away. That's why they didn't preach from the scriptures. All right. They went into the Quran, or they went according to their own heart, or they went back to Egypt shit, or whatever the case is. They went back to Islam. They weren't really within the exact same energy of Yahweh Yahweh Shah, which was the energy the ancient prophets came in, which is the energy we're coming in now.
Yeah.
All right. It says the captain of 50 and the honorable man. Okay. We don't have an army of Israel no more. If you a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, and you want to fight in the military, you fighting in the same military as your oppressor. All right. The only way you're going to be somewhat of a captain or whoever is if you're going to have to really just serve the so-called white man. All right. When I say that, you got those different colonels and all that. I guarantee you about 90% of them are Edomites, man. And you're going to have to still answer to them. Okay. It says the honorable man and the counselor. What is a counselor? All right. A counselor is somebody you go into to consult. Okay. We don't have that. Okay. You look at the cabinet of the president. Ain't none of them Jakes. The president, who does he go to? He goes to his cabinet to receive counsel from. Okay. Ain't none of them Jakes. All that was taken away. And the cunning artificer. And what is that? That's a weapon maker. Okay. You don't see that no more. All right. Jake is the main one buying these ARs and these pistols. They ain't making no weapons. All right. And the last one is the key point. And the eloquent order. Now, when you go into an orator or an order is a speaker. All right. Like you got a president who has the speaker of the house. Okay. The Lord had taken all those things away. And when you go into those different attributes, pursuing to Isaiah, the 3rd chapter, those are different tools or different components that are needed for a kingdom to flourish. You need those parts. All right. But when you go into it, the Lord said he took all those away. What does that mean? That we're going to be destitute. And that also means you can't just go to no man that you see out here to redeem you or get you out of the situation that you in, man. Especially when the Lord said he clearly had taken those away from us. All right. Was he lying? No. What does that mean? Play the low role. Don't look for no man to redeem you. Don't look for no leaders in Israel. All right. And when I say leaders in Israel, Salakia, because we know we have there are apostles and our elders. But when I say that, I'm talking about the leaders that are out here, like the Malcolm X's and the Marcus Garveys and the Louis Farrakhan's. They're not going to save you. These niggas ain't nothing new. You had niggas like that back then around the time of ancient Greece, around the time of ancient Rome, where they felt like they was in poverty and they needed to be liberated. And what happened? It didn't happen. It didn't work. All right. Because we have to look toward one thing, and that's Yahushua, man. But Jake ain't willing to do that. That's why Jake is being destroyed, because of their lack of knowledge, by putting their trust in these individuals that's out here. It's not going to benefit them. You research all the history on these wicked niggas, these wicked people that Jake looked up to back in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. It was always some type of scandal that went down with them, man. Always some type of bullshit that was going on. All right. You got it out.
Kind. That's right, bro. Hey, and matter of fact, to add to a point that you made, is Isaiah 5:13. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. So, as you see, it says their honorable men are famished. All right. So ain't no honorable men of Israel right now. You know,
right.
As a whole, the blacks are finished. All right. Which you blacks are or Negroes, you're Israelites. Okay. All right. You're the tribe of Judah. All right. And I'll read it one more time. Isaiah 5:13. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge. And that's the mind state of majority of these people. Okay. They don't have any knowledge. They're stuck in Babylon, and they only go by what the white man tells them. Okay. What the so-called white man tells them. They get all their knowledge from school. That's another that's a mindset of someone who upholds that first black ideology. A lot of these people are products of school. Okay. Oh, a lot of these first black people, they went to school to be able to get that title or whatever it is. Okay. They did numerous amount of years in school, and put in a lot of time into the trade and blah 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 blah. But it says and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. Okay. And the reason why you're totally through is because, like the brother was saying earlier, is the curses. Okay. The curses of Deuteronomy, because you disobeyed the Most High. Okay. And you didn't want to hearken. You basically put the laws of the Lord behind you. Okay. And that's the reason why you don't have any. Your honorable men are famished. Okay. You got it, bro. We'll probably get one more and then close up. A couple more.
Okay. Con. I was trying to find the precept, but I can't really find it right now, but I'm just gonna say it. It says, he that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Is that Proverbs 16 or 26?
Let me see. I think that might be 16. Let's see. I'll look for it.
And it might not even be 16. But it's while you're looking for it, let's just go into that, because again, reason why I said that was according to the precept that you had brought out in the book of Isaiah. You know what I'm saying? Talking about how we had left the ways of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And what is that? That's wandering out of the way of understanding. Because when you go into it, and when the law was established and when it was given to our people, when you read it in Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter, it clearly says, this shall be your wisdom. That way all the heathen will look at you and say, there is a God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you go into this law, this is our knowledge. But Jake, when you go into the time of those wicked kings, when you read the book of Kings and the book of Chronicles, and it goes into the different rulers that Israel and Judah had and how they had caused Israel to err. All right. The more that happened, the further Israel got away from the Lord. Now, of course, granted, we had certain kings that had actually walked in the ways of the Lord, and they brought us back closer. But it was a few to many. So you got hundreds and hundreds of years of history where these leaders that we had, the kings, had caused us to err, man. All right. So with that being the case, Israel as a whole nation wandered out of the way of knowledge. That's why we were led to captivity. Because what happened? Solomon fell. Why did Solomon fail? Idol worship. What did the Lord tell Solomon? If you do this, Israel will go into captivity. All right. And he had set up righteous kings. And when we had those righteous kings, he gave us temporary rest. All right, because we were doing what the Lord wanted us to do. But majority of the time, Israel was erring because we had whole ass niggas ruling over us.
That's right,
That
bro.
still applies. All right. You got to, again, we keep saying the names, the Marcus Garveys and the Farrakhans and the Elijah Muhammads and all these guys, they're going in the same exact energy as those ancient kings had, man. That's why Israel's in captivity. All right. These same guys that want to complain about our oppressors and what had happened, you know, look at the pro-black movement in Egyptology. And they'll be quick to go into oppression. And they'll be like, why do you resort to this book when they was reading this book to you and it led you to oppression? No, man, your fucking erring led you into oppression. You falling away from the ways of the Lord led you into oppression. And you still doing it, still want to stay away from this book. That's why you still a nigga in America, man. Because you have yet to want to go back to the ways of the Lord. All right, when your eyes are open and you read this book, you can clearly see that this book is pertaining to us. And you can clearly see why a lot of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are in the position that you in. Why is that, though? Because we have the knowledge that's been given to us. All right. And as the scriptures say, when we in our land of our captivity and pray to the Lord and acknowledge our faults, he'll answer us and he'll deliver his men out of here. But a lot of you niggas that ain't doing that, you're going to be destroyed. A lot of you niggas that's still resorting to these people that are out here that try to lead you out of captivity, that try to have you trust in the system of Esau and put more money in the Esau system to try to build your own communities. You're going to be destroyed for it, man. Because like we talking about it, like the moral of this lesson is going into, this ain't nothing new. Niggas existed like that back then, just like they exist right now. All right. Your best bet is the turning back to the Lord and following this doctrine. That's the best bet. That's the way that's going to lead you to salvation. The other ways led you to death. That's why a lot of you niggas are still dying. Excuse my language, but it's just true. Stop putting your trust in these men out here that ain't doing a lick of nothing, but just telling y'all to march and build strong calf muscles and go to the ways of the Lord. All right. Follow the men of the Lord, starting with our apostles on down. That's the only way, because ultimately doing that, that's following Yahushua. And within doing that, you'll know how to receive salvation. You'll understand that what we're going through, the scriptures talk about, and we got to endure and be patient until our Savior comes. You know, that was all I had on that.
That's right, bro. I'll just read that precept you had, and we'll close on this. Proverbs 21 and 16. Man,
21 16.
Yep. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. All right. So, you know, like the brother was saying, you know, if you wander out of the way of understanding, okay, then you're gonna remain in the congregation of the dead. And you people, you niggas, you just gonna get out the way, okay? You're gonna have to learn the hard way. That's just what it is, you know. You didn't want to listen now, so you're gonna have to learn the hard way, you know, because Jake is hard-headed, all right? And that's the nature of our people. And like we've been bringing home is the point that these leaders ain't gonna lead you to equality or salvation or whatever it is you seek, you know. All right. What's that? Romans 11 and 7. I think Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, you know. So Israel's not getting what it wants. You know, Israel is not getting the respect they want and they so desperately want, you know, because everyone hates a nigger. All right, all these other nations, they can't stand you. All right, which is also the curses. All right, but you know, just bringing home the point that there is no well, I'll say this: you first black prominent leaders or whatever it is your trade, okay. And if you're too comfortable in America and you just want to excel and be great in this society and be an entrepreneur and be a billionaire, then you're going to be destroyed, okay? Because you trust in Egypt, as we said, you know? So that's pretty much it. Lord willing, you brothers were edified. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles, the great millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.